A paperless office is a work environment in which the use of paper is eliminated or greatly reduced. This is done by converting documents and other papers into digital form. Proponents claim that going paperless can save money, boost productivity, save space, make documentation and information sharing easier, keep personal information more secure, and help the environment. The concept can be extended to communications outside the office as well. Traditional offices have paper-based filing systems, which may include filing cabinets, folders, shelves, microfiche systems, and drawing cabinets, all of which require maintenance, equipment, considerable space, and are resource-intensive. In contrast, a paperless office could simply have a desk, chair, and computer, and all of the information would be stored in digital form. Speech recognition and speech synthesis could also be used to facilitate the storage of information digitally. Once computer data is printed on paper, it becomes out of sync with computer database updates. Paper is difficult to search and arrange in multiple sort arrangements, and similar paper data stored in multiple locations is often difficult and costly to track and update. A paperless office would have a single source collection point for distributed database updates, and a publish-subscribe system. Modern computer screens make reading less exhausting for the eyes. A laptop computer can be used on a couch or in bed. With tablet computers and smartphones, with many other low-cost value-added features like video animation, video clips, and full-length movies, many argue that paper is now obsolete to all but those who are resistant to technological change. E-books are often free or low-cost compared to hard copy books. Others argue that paper will always have a place because it affords different uses than screens. Sellon, A.J., and Harper, R.H. are the myth of the paperless office. Cambridge, Massachusetts, MIT Press. History: the paperless office was a publicist's slogan, intended to describe the office of the future. It was facilitated by the popularization of video display computer terminals like the 1964 IBM 2260. An early prediction of the paperless office was made in a 1975 Businessweek article. The idea was that office automation would make paper redundant for routine tasks such as record keeping and bookkeeping, and it came to prominence with the introduction of the personal computer. While the prediction of a PC on every desk was remarkably prophetic, the paperless office was not. The term a paperless office was first used in commerce by Micronet Incorporated, an automated office equipment company, in 1978. This has been attributed to the increased ease of document production and widespread use of electronic communication, which has resulted in users receiving large numbers of documents that are often printed out. However, since about 2000, at least in the US, the use of office paper has leveled off and is now decreasing, which has been attributed to a generation shift. Younger people are believed to be less inclined to print out documents, and more inclined to read them on a full-color interactive display screen. According to the United States Environmental Protection Agency, the average office worker generates approximately 2 pounds of paper and paperboard products each day. Environmental impact of paper. Paper product manufacturing contributes significantly to deforestation and man-made climate change, and produces greenhouse gases. According to the American Forest and Paper Association, paper manufacturing is the third largest user of fossil fuels worldwide. Although measures such as recycling and using tree-free paper can help reduce the environmental impact of paper, most paper still ends up in landfills. Paper production also leads to air pollution, as paper manufacturing releases nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and carbon dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide are major contributors to acid rain, whereas CO2 is a greenhouse gas responsible for climate change. Wastewater discharged from pulp and paper mills contains solids, nutrients, and dissolved organic matter that are classified as pollutants. Nutrients such as nitrogen and phosphorus can cause or exacerbate eutrophication of freshwater bodies. Printing inks and toners are very expensive and use environment-damaging volatile organic compounds, heavy metals and non-renewable oils, although standards for the amount of heavy metals in ink have been set by some regulatory bodies. Dunking recycled paper pulp results in a waste slurry, sometimes weighing 22% of the weight of the recycled waste paper, which may go to landfills. Eliminating paper via automation and electronic forms automation. The need for paper is eliminated by using online systems, such as replacing index cards and Rolodexes with databases, typed letters and faxes with email, and reference books with the Internet. Another way to eliminate paper is to automate paper-based processes that rely on forms, applications and surveys to capture and share data. This method is referred to as electronic forms, or e-forms, and is typically accomplished by using existing print-perfect documents in electronic format to allow for pre-filling of existing data, capturing data manually entered online by end users, providing secure methods to submit form data to processing systems, and digitally signing the electronic documents without printing. The technologies that may be used with electronic forms automation include portable document format, to create, display and interact with electronic documents and forms, e-form management software, to create, integrate and route forms and form data with processing systems, databases, to capture data for pre-filling and processing documents, workflow platforms, to route information, documents and direct process flow, digital signature solutions, to digitally sign documents, web servers, to host the process, receive submitted data, store documents and manage document rights. One of the main issues that has kept companies from adopting paperwork automation is difficulty capturing digital signatures in a cost-effective and compliant manner. The E-Sign Act of 2000 in the United States provided that a document cannot be rejected on the basis of an electronic signature and required all companies to accept digital signatures on documents. Today there are sufficient cost-effective options available, including solutions that do not require end users to purchase hardware or software. One of the great benefits of this type of software is that you can use OCR to search the full text of any file. Additionally, tags can be added to each file to make it easier to locate certain files throughout the entire system. Quite possibly, the best part is that paperless software is completely compatible with all of your files and programs, while also supporting the virtual cloud. Some paperless software offers a scanner, hardware and software and works seamlessly in separating and organizing important documents. Paperless software also allows people to enable online signatures for important documents that can be used in any small business or office. Digitizing paper-based documents. Another key aspect of a paperless office philosophy is the conversion of paper documents, photos, engineering plans, microfiche and all the other paper-based systems to digital documents. Technologies that may be used for this include scanners, digital mail solutions, book copiers, wide format scanners, microfiche scanners, fax to PDF conversion, online post offices, multifunction printers and document management systems. Each of these technologies uses software that converts the raster formats into other forms depending on need. Generally, they involve some form of image compression technology that produces smaller raster images or use optical character recognition to convert a document into text. A combination of OCR and raster is used to enable searchability while maintaining the original form of the document. An important step is the labeling related to paper-to-digital conversion and the cataloging of scanned documents. Some technologies have been developed to do this, but they generally involve either human cataloging or automated indexing on the OCR document. However, scanners and software continue to improve with the development of small, portable scanners that are able to scan double-sided A4 documents at around 30-35 ppm to a raster format. An issue faced by those wishing to take the paperless philosophy to the limit has been copyright laws. These laws may restrict the transfer of documents protected by copyright from one medium to another, such as converting books to electronic format. Securing and tracing documents. As awareness of identity theft and data breaches became more widespread, new laws and regulations were enacted, requiring companies that manage or store personally identifiable information to take proper care of those documents. Paperless office systems are easier to secure than traditional filing cabinets, and can track individual accesses to each document. Difficulties in adopting the paperless office. A major difficulty in going paperless is that much of a business's communication is with other businesses and individuals, as opposed to just being internal. Electronic communication requires both the sender and the recipient to have easy access to appropriate software and hardware. There may be costs and temporary productivity losses when converting to a paperless office. Government regulations and business policy may also slow down the change. Businesses may encounter technological difficulties such as file format compatibility, longevity of digital documents, system stability, and employees and clients not having appropriate technological skills. And, there may be a reduction of paper, but some uses of paper will remain. Despite the myth of a truly paperless office, a recent questionnaire suggests that nearly half of small-medium-sized businesses believe they or could go paperless by the end of 2015. Methods for adopting the paperless office, on the other hand, commercially feasible technology is widely available to digitize documents, even full libraries of backlogs, at feasible cost. Sufficient processing power, storage, backup, and internet speeds are available that can make old paper records instantly available not just from stationary computers, but also from laptops and even phones. Inexpensive skilled workforce is available in places like India and the Philippines to perform workforce-intensive work, like naming files or creating links and bookmarks. Its sufficient processing power is available to perform massive amounts of optical character recognition. See also, Environmental impact of paper, Evernote, document management system. References. Further reading, Sellon, Abigail J. Harper, Richard H. R., The Myth of the Paperless Office, Cambridge, Massachusetts, USA, The MIT Press, ISBN 0-262-19464-3, discusses limitations of the paperless office, and the valuable role paper can play for knowledge workers. Gladwell, Malcolm, The Social Life of Paper, The New Yorker, Oates, Stephen, Join the Paperless Revolution, retrieved online. https, www.savitgroup.com 09 Join the Paperless Software Revolution. External links, Weekend Project, Create a Paperless Linux Office Linux.com